Have you ever wished that you could make $1,000 in a single day online? I have had this wish ever since I started my online journey. But before we even talk of $1,000, I have had days in the past where I could just pray and wish that I could just make $10 in a single day and I would be very satisfied. However, even the $10 goal was very difficult to reach, and sometimes I would even lower my goal from $10. I would just say and wish that if only I could just make $1 a day, that would be good. Now, I come from a third world country where making $10 in a single day is enough for you to actually have a comfortable living. Of course, you are not among the rich by just making $10. You'll be able to provide the basic needs for yourself and maybe a small family. Now, despite lowering my goal from $1,000 coming down to $10 and from $10 coming down to $1, I was still not getting any results, and this continued for days. Days started becoming weeks, weeks started becoming months of poor results, making $1 sometimes completely nothing. Luckily, I didn't give up, and I knew that people were able to get results, and if I continue, I'll find something that will work out for me. Somewhere in June, July of 2023, I stumbled upon this simple but brilliant hack that enabled me not only to make $1,000 but was able to make $4,571 within 3 days. If you turn over to my screen right now, you can see this is my Stripe account, and you can see that on June 6th, 2023, $4,527.71 was deposited into my bank account. Let me just go right ahead and refresh this, and you can see that the amount is still the same, $4,527.71 that I actually made within a space of 3 days. Now, I'm going to show you everything that I did without holding back any information, the exact steps I took, the exact platform I used. However, I'm not going to show you the exact product that I used to actually make this amount, but I'm going to show you a similar product that you can also use to actually get the same results. Now, allow me to break down exactly what we're going to cover in this video, so that when you come back to this video, when you're implementing the strategy, you can easily go to the part that you'd want clarity on. So in the first part, we're going to cover the brilliant hack. We're going to talk about what it is, how you use it, and how it works, so that you are able to utilize it to its full capabilities and make the most money that you can. Then in the second part, we are going to talk about your product or offer that you're going to create. I'm going to show you how you can actually even create that offer or product, so that you can be able to have something that you're going to sell using this brilliant hack. Then in the third part, we're going to talk about how you're going to find the people who actually need your product and how you're going to sell to those people. Then in the fourth part, we're going to talk about creating hype for your product. Then finally, about how you actually sell that product. So without further ado, let's get started with the first part. What I want you to do right now is go to your browser and simply type in bumpsale.com, and it will bring you to this website known as Bumpsale. Now, Bumpsale is an amazing website that allows you to sell products using what we call incremental pricing. Now, how this works, let's say you are selling a product, and your product, maybe the original cost of that product is $100. Now, instead of you selling it at $100, what you're going to do is you're going to start with a very low price. For example, you're going to sell the $100 product for just $1, and each time someone buys that product, the price will increase. So let's say if the first person buys your product at $1, the second person will have to buy it at $2, then the third person will buy it at $3, and so on and so forth, until maybe it reaches that $100, depending with how you set it up. It can even go beyond $100 so long people continue buying your product. Now, let me just show you what I mean. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you find that on the website they have this tool known as the bump sale calculator. Now, using this tool, you can actually calculate how much you can make selling your product. Now, for example, let's say if you started selling a product, because let's go with the lowest amount, let's say $1. You started selling a product at $1, and with each sale you increase the pricing by $1. So let's say, for example, if let's say you sell at $1 and the bump amount is $1, so if let's say only 10 people buy your product, you will make $55. Let's say 20 people buy your product, you easily make $210, and the final price for your product will be $21, meaning the last person who will buy it will be buying it at $21 if they only 20 people buy your product. Now imagine if, let's say, you have 99 people were to buy your product, and you can see that the final price would be $100, which was the original price for your actual product. So if, let's say, you only one person won't be very likely to have any discount at all, and that person will be the 99th person who buys your product. They'll get it at the original price, which is $100. You easily make $4,950 just from 99 sales by taking advantage of the incremental pricing by bump sale. Okay, the next part, if you recall, is for us to simply create a product or an offer that we are going to sell using this brilliant hack of incremental pricing. Now to do this, I have this document that I've already set up that will help us to create a product. Now when you are creating a product, you have to understand that there are many types of products that you can actually create, and you can actually create a digital product or a physical product, or simply just offer a service as a product. Now let's say if you are going to go with a digital product, you can actually create maybe an ebook or maybe a template or a downloadable file that you can actually sell online. You can also choose maybe to actually just create a course. Now a course can be, maybe if, let's say, you already have a course, you can actually use the same previous course that you already created, then you haven't sold, maybe you haven't been selling it for a while, you can actually use that same course to actually do a bump sale. And the other one is, maybe you can just maybe create a mini course. Now a mini course can be a course, maybe just 30 minutes of it, where you provide the most valuable information there is. And lastly, maybe you can just have a group coaching call or session, and you can charge for that and treat that as a bump sale. Now for demonstration purposes, and also because that 4,000 that I showed you in the beginning, I actually made it by selling a digital product. So I'm going to create a digital product in this video, and I'm going to show you everything that I did, and you can also do the same. So we're going to create a digital product using a platform known as Canva. Now for those of you who don't know what Canva is, it's simply a tool that enables you to actually create digital products. You can create graphics, you can create ebooks, you can create videos with the same platform. So in our case, we are going to actually create an ebook, and specifically we are going to create a digital ebook for children. We're going to create a book for children, and that book is the one we're going to sell with a bump sale. I have some prompts here. We're going to use AI and Canva to actually create our digital product. Okay, so what I want you to do is open up Canva, and once you have Canva opened, what you're going to do, you're going to paste in this prompt. So the first prompt we're going to paste in is for us to get some ideas for our book. Now I'll be doing this so that, like I've already mentioned, I'm going to show you everything step by step. So I'm going to copy this prompt, come back to Canva, and I'm just going to paste it right here and get some book ideas from them. So the prompt is just saying, I'm seeking to create a storybook for kids about friendship between two characters who are a goat and a dog. I want you to generate 10 ideas for the title of the book. So you can see Canva has actually given us some ideas. Now if, let's say, the ideas that have been given, you're not happy with them, you can even generate more ideas. If you want, instead of saying 10 ideas here, you can actually generate 20, 30, or even 100. Is up to you. So let's say if you go through these ideas or titles, if you find one that you like, you just pick that one. So here you have like goat and dog, best friends forever. Then here the queer pair. Okay, we have Bleat and Wag, a story of friendship. Then we have Billy the goat and Buck the dog. So I like this one, this one, the 7th title. I like it, Billy the goat and Buck the dog. Okay, yeah, so let's say I'm happy with this one. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to paste in another prompt, and this is the second prompt you're going to use, which says generate 15 short and interesting storylines for the book and keep them entertaining with 2 main characters. Now here, what we're going to do, we're not going to say with 2 main characters, we're going to use Billy the goat and the other one. Okay, so let's say here, if I paste it right here, and here where it says with 2 main characters, I'm just going to highlight this and save, then paste in the title for Billy the goat and Buck the dog. Okay, so and then I'm going to click enter, and you can see ChatGPT has started generating the 15 fun and engaging storylines for Billy the goat and Buck the dog. Now go to Canva, and once you have Canva opened, Canva is free and you can create a book even for free. If you want, you can use the paid version, but the free version is more than enough for you to actually create that book. So here in the search icon, we're just going to search for storybook. So once you do that search, Canva will give you a list of templates that you can actually use. Now, depending on the type of plan you are on, let's say if you're on the free plan, you would want to choose a template that does not have a premium icon next to it. If you are on the paid plan, of course, you can use any of the templates that is available. Now, for the sake of those that are on the free plan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a book from scratch. So let's just go right ahead and click create a blank storybook, and right here we are ready to start creating our storybook. So now what I'm going to do here, first and foremost, I want to change the background color of our page. So I'm just going to click on it right here, and you see this background color option or the color wheel. Just click on it, and from here you can choose a color. I like to go with something that looks a bit of slight yellowish and the like. So let's just go click on that, and I'm just going to change maybe this a bit to something, yeah, I think something like that. Then once that is done, what I want to do is I want to add maybe text right here. So let's just go right ahead and duplicate this. We are going to add some text. Now before we do that, let's go right ahead and go back to ChatGPT, and remember we have these storylines. So the first one is the great escape. Billy and Buck team up to rescue a flock of whatever. So let's just go right ahead and copy the story right here, copy that one, and here we want to add text, and here we're going to choose, let's just choose the heading one right here and simply paste in the text that we copied from ChatGPT. So I'm just going to reduce the size, and it's just a matter of drag and drop with ChatGPT. Okay, so once you have that text, let's just go right ahead and set it up like this, maybe somewhere here, and maybe enlarge it a bit like that. We have it here. Okay, then we can change the font for this. We want to use, since we're creating a children's storybook, we want to use a font that is good for kids. Okay, let's go right ahead and use maybe Comic Sans. Yeah, I think that one looks nice. So once we have that, the next thing we want to do is now to choose, like, let's say add frames. So right here where it says elements, just click on that, and in the elements section we want to search for blob. Simply type in BLOB and simply click enter, and from the results we'll get the graphics, the frames, the photos and the likes. What we want to do is under the frame section you want to click on CO, and from here you can see these are our frames that we have. So now what we can do is to start using any of these blobs or the frames that are available. So I'm going to first and foremost to choose, let's say this one right here, and add it right here. You see these will help us add the images that we are going to generate with AI. So let's just add it right here like that. I'm going to duplicate this page and delete this blob like that and add a different one. Let's say for example I'm going to add this one right here, and I'm going to add it here, enlarge it like that. Then the text, I'm going to change the style of the text this side and maybe add it this side like that. Then this, increase it the size so that the story is just like that. Okay, duplicate. Okay, then maybe change this blob type, we'll change it, delete this, maybe add this one like that. Alright, so for the sake of time I'm going to create the other pages offline and continue once I'm done with the creation. Alright, so I've created all the pages that are required. Let me just show you the final product, the way it looks like. So I'm just going to switch to grid view by clicking on this icon right here. Here is how it looks like without the images. So what is left for us to do is simply add in those images and also our storylines. Okay, I've used different frames for each and every page. Sometimes I use the same frame for some of the pages just for us to use. So now the next thing that we just need to do is to add in the images and the stories that ChatGPT created for us. So let's go back to our document, and if you remember in ChatGPT we ended on just creating the storylines. So all I did is copy all these storylines and added them to our storybook. Now the next thing, we need to generate the images. Okay, so let's go right ahead and ask ChatGPT to come up with prompts for that story. So let's go right ahead, and I'm going to use this, the first one which says generate prompts that will enable us to generate color illustration, whatever, and come to ChatGPT, paste it right here and simply click enter. And what will happen is that ChatGPT will give us descriptions that we can use for each and every scene, and these are the ones we're going to use in our storyline. Now you can use ChatGPT to also generate images. You can use other free AI tools. Now the one that I would prefer you use, let's just go right ahead and open a blank tab right here, and I want you to search for Peak Lumen. It's a free AI tool for image generation. So I'm just going to go to Peak Lumen AI or peaklumen.com, and this one will enable us to generate images for free. Now if you're with Canva Pro, you can also use Canva to generate images for your stories. So now here in Peak Lumen, you want to log in either with your Google account, or you can even create using email. I'm just going to log in with Google. Now once you are logged in, you want to click on the create icon right here, and from here what you want to do here where it says Peak Lumen realistic version, you want to change the version from realistic version, you want to change it to Flux.1. just select that one. Once you are set it like that, and here since we are creating an 8x8 inch, that's a square type of image, you can leave it as it is, it's alright. And since we are using blobs, so it's not a big issue the type of frame size or resolution that you select. So once you set it like that, you're going to go back to ChatGPT, and now you're going to start copying these illustration descriptions. So let's say for example the Great Escape, I'm going to copy this right here. Once I have that one, I'm going to go back to Peak Lumen and I'm going to paste it right here and simply click generate. Now the image can take a few seconds to a minute to actually complete generation, and you can see that it has been generated. It seems we don't have a lot of traffic, and once we have our image, so you can see that our image, we have the goat and the ducklings right here. Now if you have to check the description and compare what is being described in the prompt and what is in the image, and if I look at this prompt, I see that we only have the goat, the dog is not in the image, so we might have to add the dog manually when we're editing in Canva, or if we want, we can just use the same image like that. So just going to download it. For the sake of time, I'm just going to download this one as it is, or maybe might edit the prompt so that even the dog is in the image. Okay, now once it's downloaded, you're going to go back to Canva, and let's go to the first page right here, and what you want to do is click on uploads right here, and want to upload that image you downloaded from Peak Lumen. So once your image has been uploaded, all you have to do is click on it and it will be added to your page. Now here when it is added to your page, all you have to do is simply drag it over your frame, and you can see when you drag it to the frame, it's automatically added. Now what you can do, if you want to adjust it, you can just simply click on it and you can adjust that image inside the frame like this or like that, okay, so that you can get a good view of the image so that you have what you want to see. So for example, yeah, let's just go right ahead and have that one. So you can see Billy and Buck team up to rescue a flock of lost ducklings from the river. All right, so let's just use this one as our first part. Then the next part is the second part. Let's go to our story, and here let's have our story right here. We'll copy that, add it right here. That is our story. Then we have to add an image. You go back to ChatGPT and copy the prompt for the illustration for the second part, and you're going to go back to Peak Lumen and generate another image, and you're going to go back to Canva and simply upload and add it to your frame until you are done for the entire story. That is how you create the digital products. And once you finish adding all the images, the storylines and the likes into your book, what you're going to do is click on the share option right here, and you're going to click on download, and you're going to change the download type or file type. You're going to download it as a PDF print. Now the reason you want to download it as a PDF print is because since it's a digital product, maybe the people who buy your product might want to print it out for their kids and the like, so you want to do that. So you're going to download it as a PDF print, and that's the product you're going to use for the bump sale. All right, the next step is for you to decide the type of traffic you are going to use. Now when it comes to traffic, there are two types of traffic. There's paid traffic and free traffic. There's traffic you own and traffic you borrow. Now when we go back to my Stripe account and take a look at the amount that I made, which is the $4,527, I'm sure some of you were wondering, why is it that there are 0 sales, or I don't have any more sales apart from this same amount from last year? Now the reason being is that first and foremost, this Stripe account no longer receives payment. I have multiple Stripe accounts, but this Stripe account no longer receives payment. And the other reason is that The product I was selling, I actually used borrowed traffic, which is one of the disadvantages that I had. Initially, I reached out to a person who had the traffic, and I had an offer that I knew that his traffic or his audience might like. So I proposed a percentage share with them. So initially, when we started the product, that is how we were able to raise this amount. And after making this sale, so initially after making this sale, I gave him a certain percentage, or I paid him for the traffic. However, the person, after seeing how much I had made and how much I paid them, decided that they no longer want to continue the partnership, and probably they created the product of their own, and they created something similar to what I was selling, and probably now they are the ones making that amount. So that is why you are seeing that they are no longer anymore sales, and that's one of the disadvantages of using borrowed traffic. However, it's one of the types of traffic that you can use. So first and foremost, you can actually use borrowed traffic on YouTube. Now you can either use paid traffic. Now paid traffic, the disadvantage with paid traffic is that you have to spend money on ads, and it's not a guarantee that you get sales. So the one I prefer you use for borrowed traffic is whereby you find an influencer who has a similar audience that you know would want to buy that product. If you, let's say, ask yourself, if you had an audience, and or if you already have an audience and you were selling a product, what type of audience would buy that product? So if, let's say, you know exactly who would buy, let's go right ahead and look for channels that are similar or would actually have the audience that will buy that product. So let's say, for example, if, let's say, you are selling a product in the health niche, you want to go to an influencer who's in the health niche, but of course you want to target influencers that have a smaller audience, probably less than 10,000 subscribers, and those are the types of audiences we want to target, 10,000 subscribers and below, and they also have a lot of engagement, or at least have some considerable type of engagement. By engagement, I mean they get like comments, likes on their videos, and also when they post a video, their videos, they are getting views, they are constantly getting views. Those are the people you'd want to partner with and tell them that you want to have, let's say, a business relationship whereby they get a certain percentage of the sales. You can even do a 50-50, or if you want, if you know that their audience is very engaged, you can offer them 60% to get 40%, so that you get them, or they are convinced. Because remember, this is borrowed traffic and you want them to actually help you out. So you can do that. That is borrowed traffic. You can do it on Instagram, YouTube, or any social media platform, on Facebook and the likes. The other thing, let's say on Facebook, you can actually use some groups. Join a groups that you know would want that product, and you can actually offer, maybe talk with the admin to tell them to post that or sell that book on your behalf, and they get a certain percentage. Okay, the other second option is whereby you own the traffic. Now when you own the traffic, it's quite clear, because this is just a matter of you actually just selling to your own audience. You might have already a YouTube channel, you can just go right ahead and sell on your YouTube channel. Just do that on your YouTube channel, because you already have the traffic. Or sometimes if you have an email list, you can use that one for as your own traffic. The other option is you can create a YouTube channel from scratch, and I'm going to show you in the next videos. I'm going to be sharing more tips about how you can build a YouTube channel dedicated to product. What I would encourage you to do is that you can start out with borrowed traffic, but in the long run you would want to create your own traffic. I learned a very big lesson by depending on borrowed traffic, and was only able to make that $4,000 in one single month, and was unable to do it again due to the fact that the person I had partnered with decided to call it quits. Now I've decided to actually create my own YouTube channel as my source of traffic. Now the reason I chose YouTube is because I know YouTube better than other platforms. At least I have a bit of understanding with getting traffic from YouTube. Now once you are done with the traffic part, you've decided which traffic you are going to use, the next thing is what I call creating hype, which is the fourth step, creating hype about your product. Now, because of the brilliant hack of the incremental pricing strategy, what you need, the hype is already done for you. The only thing you need to do is to announce that you are having a bump type of sale. So here's what I mean. Let's go back to bumpsale.com. Now, with bump sale, initially you are, like I've already mentioned, is that you're selling a product at a very low price, then increasing by a certain amount. So all you have to do, depending on whichever platform, whether you're using borrowed traffic or your own traffic, you just need to announce that you're going to be selling this course or this digital product instead of this amount, the original amount. Let's say, for example, instead of $100, the first person will get $1, the second person, and the likes, meaning that people will be eager to buy it. The sooner the better, so they will know that if they delay, the price will increase. That's why this is a very good strategy, and this is the hype section. So if you are partnering with someone, you would want that person to actually do the hyping on your behalf, or if they are able to allow you to actually do, let's say if you're on YouTube, they allow you to actually do the video so that they post it, it's alright. So most of them, they prefer doing it themselves because they are the owners of the channels. The hype is all about you announcing how the bump sale works. That is hype enough. You don't need to overthink this. Just hype it that way and explain that with each and every sale, the pricing goes up. Now the final step is to actually set up the sales page where now the bump sale will be happening. So here, when you come back to bump sale, what you want to do is click on sign up or sign in. So once you click on the sign up option, bump sale will require you to connect your Stripe account, and the reason being is because they use Stripe as the payment processing platform. So you have to choose your account, and you can see right here I have multiple Stripe accounts, and all I have to do is to choose any of them and simply connect it. So once you connect your Stripe account, you will be brought to the dashboard. Now I already have a bump sale account, so I have something different from what you are going to see if you're new to bump sale. So I'm just going to click on new bump sale so that I show you exactly what you are also going to do. Here, all you have to do is enter a name of your bump sale. Now what I encourage you to do is to enter the product name so that you can easily remember what it is you are selling. So here where it says bump sale URL, for now just leave it blank. I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do. And the currency, you want to leave it United States, or if you want to choose a different currency depending on the audience, you can change it. And the starting price, what I encourage you to do is just start at $1, which is okay. And here you want to bump it up by $1 also. And you can set the end date. It's up to you. Like I already mentioned, you can set the end date, or if you want, you can set the maximum sales. So let's say, for example, if let's say your final amount is $100 and you don't want someone to buy more than $100, you can set it to maximum people can buy 99 if you're starting at $1, meaning the last person will buy it at $100. That's up to you, but of course we want money, so I'm just going to not set any maximum sales and also not set an end date so that they can continue. But what I encourage you to do, I think setting an end date is good. So you want to set an end date so that there's a timer showing on the page when you set it up so that they can purchase faster. Okay, yeah, that is very good idea. So I can change it instead from maybe put it maybe 7 days ahead like that. Then the color thing and the likes, just leave it as it is. Now before you actually save or create the bump sale, you also want to set up the bump sale URL. Now the bump sale URL will be your own website or the website you are going to use to sell. Now in order for you, because I know you don't have a website, some of you already have a website. If you have, that's good, but for those who don't have, you are going to come to this website known as system.io. Now system.io is an all-in-one marketing platform. You can do email marketing, you can create websites, you can create landing pages and the like. So you can get started for free. It's free, and the free plan you can get most of what other platforms charge you for, you can get for free with system.io. Link will be down in the description. I'm an affiliate of system.io, so if you use my link and you're signing up for the first time, if you ever decide to upgrade, I might get a commission from that. Okay, that's just my being transparent. All right, so when you sign up for system.io, inside the dashboard it looks like this. So you can see I'm getting leads also. And what you want to do inside the dashboard, you click here where it says website and you want to click on sales funnels. Just click on that, and from here you're going to create a sales funnel. So you're going to click on create, and what you're going to do is choose sell a product or service. Just click on that, and you want to give it a name. So let's call it bump sale, and simply click save. And here I'm just going to click on the same bump sale. And from this page, what we want to do now, we don't want this order form. What we're going to do is delete this. We're going to remove it like that, and we're going to add another step. Just click on add step right here, and here you're going to name it as sales page. And I'm just going to choose a sales page right here like that, and simply click save. And you can see it has been added. You want to make sure the sales page is above the thank you page. Okay, so here where it says sales page, you want to find now some templates right here. So for example, we have this template. Let's just go right ahead and preview it. Now remember, we are selling a book, so I think this one is a very good one for that children's storybook. We can easily customize this. Now let's just go right ahead and select this one. And here now this page that we have right here, so you can see when you actually create an account with system.io, you can actually choose, you get a domain that using system.io. You can add a custom domain for free. Now I already attached my custom domain, but for the sake of everyone else, I'm going to use the system.io custom domain. So right here I'm just going to type in bump sale as the URL so that I can use this URL and the like. So I'm just going to click here to copy this URL. So now when you copy this URL, you're going to go back to bump sale, and that's the URL you're going to paste in right here. Okay, you can see bump sale URL. I'm going to paste in that one from system.io. Let's go back to system.io, and here you're going to click on edit page. Now while it's loading, let's go back to bump sale, and since we've added the URL, you're going now to click on create bump sale. Alright, so you can see our bump sale has been created. Now we get 2 codes, and this is the good thing about bump sale. You don't need to be a professional coder, and it's just a matter of copying and pasting what you are given. So here we have the instructions in order for us to actually use this. So the first one is copy and paste the code below onto the page where you'd like to embed the bump sale. So just copy this code, and you're going to go back to system.io, and you just need to paste it wherever we want here. So delete anything which is saying buy the book and the likes. We can delete that because we're going to be using the bump sale for the selling and the likes. Okay, if you want, you can leave it like that, but let's just go right ahead, delete this, also delete that like that. Okay, then now here where we have this blank thing, we just want to add our code. So what we're going to do is you just go back, and here you will see this one which says raw HTML. You can simply drag it right here, and when you drag it, you just click on it, and right here you see where it says edit code. Just click on that, and you can see we have this code which is saying system.io. You want to simply highlight everything, delete it, and you want to paste in that code you got from bump sale, and simply click save. So far we can't see anything, don't worry about that. We're going to go back again to bump sale. Then next we're going to add the line of code to display the button on our page. So I'm just going to copy this right here and go back to our editor, and on the other page you can add it wherever you want. So let's just go right ahead and add it right here. I'm going to once again to add another HTML code right here. I'm just going to drag it there, click on it, click on edit code, delete everything, paste in that code, and simply click save like that. Okay, and once that is done, just simply click on save. So now once we've added our code, the next thing you just need to do is to do a preview. Now you can also take it further to edit the page and the likes, but let's just go right ahead and do a preview. We see how it looks. Now don't forget to click on the save option. Let's just go right ahead, preview, and you can see that the option to buy now is showing here. It's saying buy now at $1. So if you click on that one, now you can see it's showing $1 bump sale YouTube, the name of the product. Now that's why I was mentioning that when you are naming it, in your bump sale account, you have to use the name of the product you are selling. So you see that if someone now buys this at $1, the next person who will click on that option will buy it at $2. Then so in conclusion, what I would encourage you to do is that if you're going to implement this strategy, go into first and foremost experiment. Don't take it as when you do this you instantly make money. You have to be patient and try it out until you find success. If you already have an audience, you can simply start right away and probably get some results. If you're going to try it out, let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video and wishing you all the best.